Welcome back to class. Super Saiyan Sarah here today with the Con-Goer's Guide to a Healthy Spine. This is a series inspired by your full convention journey from Con Crunch all the way through to that final moment at the hotel where we've finished our weekend and we are exhausted. So I have a series of videos that you can take with you as we kick off convention season to help you stay energized, stretched, mobile, and just overall feeling good for your very exciting but sometimes very physically taxing convention weekend. Our second video is about traveling. So whether you're flying, taking a train, driving, there's a lot of highs and lows, can be very taxing on the body. So enjoy this series that you can not only do waiting for your mode of transportation, but also I've included some seated exercises that you can do while you're traveling to just keep the body a little loose and feeling a little less tight as you travel. All right, so we're gonna start with our standing series. This is great for when you're waiting at the terminal, you're waiting at the bus stop, you're waiting at the train platform, you're waiting outside on the driveway for your friend to pick you up, just to pass the time and to get a little bit of hip mobility, leg mobility, stretching in before we are forced into a tiny little seat for an extended period of time. So let's jump right in. All right, I like to start with a little sidekick series, which is inspired by our Pilates mat series. This is a series of leg movements to help with your hip strength and mobility. You can also get a little added balance challenge when you do them standing. So I'm gonna face this way so you can get a better view. My feet are in a comfortable parallel or slightly turned out position. Hands can be to your hips. They can be behind your head. If you have something secured that you can hold on to help with balance, you can do that as well. We're gonna start with the right leg and we're just gonna start with some gentle leg swings. We're not gonna be too concerned about form yet. Just get the leg awoken to the idea that we're gonna start doing some movement in a different way than we already have been. And now start to control it. You wanna keep the foot flexed and you wanna draw the leg forward and back. Thinking about lifting the abdominals, squeezing the glute on the way back, and trying to stay as lifted and unmoving as possible so the leg can move freely. For 2. Last time, we'll bring the leg back to center. Now you go out to the side and bring it back in. I'm going straight out to the side, so my leg is parallel. We can also play with the turnout, so now my leg is turned out. So you get slightly different work with each. Let's add circles. Parallel the leg. We draw 5 circles here, 5. Little baseball size. And reverse. Keep lifting your abdominals. Lower down, take a moment, breathe. You can also do this with external rotation and pointing the toe. Let's try this here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circle. 3 to 5 reps is enough. Lower down, shake it out. From here, let's go straight to the other side. And I'm already feeling pretty warm. So taking those gentle leg swings, try not to fall over, and then slowly gradate in to controlling it. The leg will not go crazy far back. That's totally fine. This is more about controlling the full body experience of this. Keep pulling the waist in, grow taller as the leg moves. Lower the leg down, we go out to the side in parallel. And really press out of that standing leg. Create space between your ribs and your hips. Turn the leg out. Keep lifting. Parallel the leg, we go circles. 5, 4, 3, keep lifting. Reverse your circle. 3, 2, and 1. Now point the toe, go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circle. I find the standing leg gets more work. Lower the leg down, shake it on out. Let's get a larger global hip movement going. Once again, hands can stay on the hips. They can kind of go anywhere. I'm just gonna take a step forward with my left foot, take a big circle of that right leg, and then change sides. So I'm going across and out, really enjoying the stretch I get, but finding the control to move through my range of motion with good technique. Our hips are gonna tighten up instantly when we travel, so we wanna give them the best shot we've got. Reverse your circle, so you go out and around, and out and around. Sometimes doing the reverse is harder. You can also add steps. I'm doing it standing in place, but you can also kind of turn this into a little box step. One more time. Shake it on out. Take your legs into a wide, comfortable stance. Arms come out to a T. Side bend over to one side. And then come all the way back up. Now twist to that side. And come back through center. Side bend over. And come up. And twist. This time side bend and hold. Option to stay here, or you can add a little pulse. Gentle pulse. Come back through center. We deepen our twist by reaching towards the foot. So now we take a half twist, half forward fold fusion. Option to bend the opposite leg and straighten it a few times. We'll come back up to center and do the other side. So you side bend over, enjoy that stretch, or you can add a little gentle pulse. And then twisting towards that leg, maybe bending and straightening it a little bit. Instead of coming up to tall, find a forward fold. If you don't want to touch the dirty ground, you can grab onto your ankles and drop your head. And slowly roll all the way up. We'll end with a quad stretch, grabbing on to your right ankle or foot and enjoying this quad stretch here. If you need to hold on to something to help with balance, go ahead. Please lock your suitcase if you're gonna hold your suitcase. Please and thank you. Squeeze the glute of the bent leg, that'll send your hip more into extension, and press out of that standing leg like we did in the leg series. And then lower down, changing sides. Once again, we want to think flat front of the hip here. If we're more angled, we're not going to get any stretch. So you want to think knee hugs the center, long thigh bone, squeeze the glute of that bent leg, and draw the heel close to your seat. Combination of all those things will optimize your stretch. Lower the leg down, shake it out. And this is something that I like to do 2 or 3 times, sometimes back to back. Sometimes if I'm getting a little bored waiting for my mode of transportation to arrive, I'll incorporate it in while I'm waiting. So this is a great little series you can do while you're standing. Let's get to the sitting portion. See you there. All right, let's get to our seated series. We're gonna first set up for success with a perfectly tall sit position. So what do I mean by that? You want to be seated right on top of those sits bones. So those are those bony landmarks in your booty. You want to feel like you're seated right on top of those. From there, we want to think about the ring of the hips, ring of the ribs, and ring of the crown of the head lining up like concentric circles. So it's easy to kind of relax into maybe a scooped position, or lean forward, or be slightly asymmetrical, favoring one side over the other. We want to find as center as possible, feeling right on top of those sits bones. And then in order to find that stack, we really have to activate our abdominals, because once we let it go, we can kind of fall into these more extreme shapes. So feel your abdominals pull in and up, feeling the rib cage close slightly in the front so that we're not splaying the chest. And so we have our nice long neutral position. My spine still has natural curves in it, but we've removed the extremes from the shape. In this position, you're gonna feel your abs working. It's not easy to sit with proper posture. You're also gonna feel really light on your seat. We never wanna feel like we're bearing down or pressing into the seat. You almost wanna feel like the sits bones are coming together and lifting up. So there's a little bit of that infinite lengthening towards the ceiling here. And that's your tall sit position. We're gonna maintain that as we move through our neck stretches. So to start, hands can be anywhere. You're gonna drop the chin towards your chest, being in that tall sit position, and enjoy the stretch in the back of the neck. Then we're gonna take the head behind us, lifting the nose to the sky, feeling a lot of stretch in the front of the neck. And then fold chin to chest. Option to bring the hands behind the head and drop the elbows towards the face. Just let gravity take this shape. You're not going to force it down. This is enough stretch. Keep your lift in your posture. And then coming back up, if you have room, you can even open the chest a little bit here as you pull the back of your neck long and lower back down. You can take a few more reps of that or move on. We're going to lower our right ear to our right shoulder and just enjoy that stretch in the side of the neck. Come back through center and change sides. Left ear to left shoulder. And be mindful of the shoulders staying down the back. We don't want to lift them. We lose out on the stretch. Come back through center. We go back, right ear, right shoulder. Now from here, you can take some gentle nods of the chin up and down in this side position. Start small and then increase the range of motion as you see fit. This can be a very sensitive area, so please be mindful. This is not about hitting certain milestones or certain shapes. It's just about finding a little stretch and release in the neck. Return the ear to the shoulder and then turn your gaze down towards your armpit. You're gonna get a big stretch in this muscle that's called the sternocleidomastoid. Crazy name for a muscle. Return back to that side bend. We come up and do the same thing on the other side. So left ear to left shoulder. You can take gentle nods. One side might be significantly tighter, totally normal. Keep lifting the spine. And then turn your gaze towards your armpit. Come back through center, come all the way up to tall. Take 3 head circles in each direction, and I want you to think about drawing a circle with your nose. Changes the dynamic of the circle a little bit. And then reverse. You can close your eyes or keep them open. I find I get dizzy when my eyes stay open. Come all the way up to tall. Working our way to our shoulders. Let's start with a couple of shoulder circles. So you're just gonna gently roll the shoulder blades on the back. And work to keep the spine pretty still here. We wanna isolate those shoulders. And then reverse. Now from here, if you have the room, you can bring your arms in front of you, and we're gonna take a little serratus push-up. You're going to slide your shoulder blades away from each other and send the arms a little bit forward, and then squeeze them behind you. You can also play with keeping the elbows bent if you are short on space. Try that one more time. Once again, just isolating the shoulder. My torso isn't moving. Lower the arms down. Take another few shoulder circles. From here, let's take the right arm across the body. Hook with the left, and then find your shoulder stretch. Drop this shoulder, right shoulder away from your ear. You'll get more stretch, I promise. And then release the stretch. We'll go for a tricep stretch. Hand comes behind you. Elbow can be supported by the opposite hand. You can also interlace behind if that mobility and space is available for you. And then we release and go to the other side, left arm. Once again, you can do this whole routine or you can take pieces of it, transitioning to triceps based on how much space you have. And then lower down, shake it out. We'll do a little cat-cow spinal wave here. So hands can come to the hips or gently in front of you by your knees. we're gonna do the thing that I said that we weren't gonna do to start with. So we're gonna move through the spine a little bit. You're going to drop the chin, round the spine, find a little bit of a cat back here. I'm fine if the shoulders separate as long as they're not up by the ears. And then from here, you're gonna come through that round shape, lift your abdominals, send your sternum through your shoulders into a little extension. Now we're not dumping into the back here. I want you to think long lower back and lifting more of that upper back more than the lower back. 2 more times like that. Round, enjoy the tilt of the pelvis. Scoop the abdominals out and then come all the way back up. 1 more time. And come all the way back up. Find your long neutral position once more. We move into a little side bend. So hands are in front of you. They can cross in front of you as well. If you have the room to take one arm up to the ceiling, go ahead. You're gonna tip at the waist over to the right, maintaining even weight in both hips so we don't take the hip with us. And then come all the way back up, change sides. And lead with your abdominals, not with your head. Come back through center, 1 more time each side. Last time. Add a little twist, rotate atop your pelvis, just the ribs twist, and then come back through center. And rotate. And center. Inhale, lengthen, ribs away from the hips. Exhale, grow taller as you twist. 1 more time, inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist. Grow longer and taller, trying to keep those hips square. Come back through center, hands come down, similar to our head circles. Take a couple of spinal circles. Space dependent, obviously. These can be as big or as small as what's available to you. And flush it out. Come back through center, hands come to your hips or to your sides. We're gonna play with the little hip mobility here. We're gonna play with the little hip flexor exercise. All you're gonna do is plant your feet onto the ground. I have to move a little bit. And you're gonna keep the lift of your spine nice and long and tall. And all you're gonna do is take that right leg and lift it up. Try not to change anything and lower it back down. And change sides. You lift the opposite leg up, keeping the lift in your spine. Lower back down. Let's do that 2 more times. You lift the right leg and lower and left and lower. Continue taking more of these reps or we add a little extended hold. Take that right leg lifted up, hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower it down and change. Lift up, hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower down. 1 more time each side. Lift up, hold. So we're really working our posture here and our hip flexors. Last time. Lift up, hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower down. From here, you can take one leg up if you have the space. Take a little seated forward fold with the leg over. And then take the leg long. Maybe hands can come behind. Maybe you just lift the leg up and give a little circle to your ankle. Move your toes. And then changing sides. Figure 4. And then releasing, taking a little circle and movement of the toes. From here, you can roll the shoulders back up, and then that's your series. You can do this a couple times during the trip. If you need to get up and walk around, you can take these standing as well. You can play with a little lift and lower the legs, or a little chest or head circle, open up and not get too tight from the trip. I hope this was helpful. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay awesome. Bye.